You want me? Come and get me!
Well, it's been quite a bit. Welcome back to the return of Real Rap Reviews, guys. This is JP Bonilla. First off, let me thank y'all for supporting my wrestling shorts. They've been pretty awesome. I'm so glad to see the support. It warms my heart. You know, I want to thank the new viewers coming in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review too. We do movie reviews also. I'm going to do more wrestling stuff too, since a lot of you seem to love that. So we're going to have movies, we're going to have wrestlings, we're going to have so much here. So get ready for it. There's going to be a lot of new content coming out very soon. So stay tuned. But today, I'll be reviewing my first movie I've seen in 2025. And that's this man over here, Captain America Brave New World, except that's Red Hulk. So yeah, what did I think of the movie? Now, I am a month late, and I have seen all the reviews before I did see this movie. So going in, I was like, okay, I gotta keep my expectations low. So maybe this helps me with my review a little bit, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine, to be honest with you. I kind of just thought it was fine. I did like the action. Like, Red Hulk was really cool. I think the action scenes were really cool, you know, and there was a lot of great chemistry between Joaquin and Sam Wilson, as well as Isaiah Bradley. I think those are the highlights of the film. And then you have Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. And I think I liked him in this too. He portrayed him very well, especially a different Ross than William Hurt's Ross, which, you know, that's the more traditional Thunderbolt Ross, you know, just a plain mean man that doesn't really care about anything except his own agenda. But for this one, I think Harrison Ford was a good pick to replace the late William Hurt. So yeah, and the other thing too is that I think this movie kind of suffered with some stuff, though, despite the positive stuff. I think this positive stuff made this for me like just a fine movie. But the negative stuff, I will say, if it wasn't for the actors, I don't know if I would have liked this as much, to be honest with you. So there's, of course, the villain, which is the leader, Samuel Stearns, who we haven't seen in 16 years, ever since The Incredible Hulk. And that's actually really crazy to think about. You know, like, this movie, I think, if you haven't seen it yet, to put it plainly to you, while this is a Captain America movie, this is essentially a Hulk sequel. Like, this is the closest thing to a Incredible Hulk sequel we're gonna get, because it follows up on so many stuff that happened in the Incredible Hulk. I guess there's She-Hulk too in terms of Abomination, but I think this is the closest to a Incredible Hulk sequel we're going to get. And it doesn't even have the Hulk. Now, they do show some footage from the Incredible Hulk, so he's in it, but he's not in it. It's just like a, you know, far shot of him and Abomination fighting back in the Incredible Hulk. So we do get Edward Norton's Hulk, surprisingly enough here. But yeah, it was just interesting because the leader, I had such high expectations for him, and I was very excited because I really like him as a villain, especially in the comics. However, I think he was fine here, but like, I just was disappointed, to be honest with you. He didn't do too much for me. Like, I think he had such an interesting start, but then as the movie kept going on and on, it's like, well, he's just there, you know? Like, I was expecting something bigger, you know? I don't know why he really gave himself up to the police. This is gonna have spoilers, I don't care, it's a month old. I don't know why he really gave himself up to the police. That was really odd, but I guess that was just part of his plan. And also, there's like certain things in this film too that's just like kind of bothers me. I guess it's just the pacing was fine. I'm just trying to figure out like what bothered me the most, because there's just something about this movie where I just feel fine about it. I guess like the lack of Betty Ross kind of sucked, that she was only there for like a scene or two. One where she was actually present and the other where she was over the phone. So yeah, two scenes. But I don't know, I just wasn't feeling the story as much as I would have liked to. Now, like I said, because I knew going in this was a very decisive movie, I kept my expectations lower and I was able to enjoy it, at least. But I could see why people think this is a weaker addition to the MCU, And I agree with that too, because it's just not the best. It really isn't the best. It's kind of more in line with like the mediocre stuff more than anything. There's just a lot of ideas, but they don't seem to just like, the execution just wasn't good. You have Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, I think his name was. I forgot his name, but he's part of the Serpent Society, and even he feels wasted in this film. Like, he just like seems like a badass character, but it's just, I don't know, he just didn't really work for me in this film. Like, I love Giancarlo Esposito too. He's so great. And of course, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, you know, and then there's games like Far Cry. And then for me, I loved him in, what's it called? Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. He was so good in that too, as Bugging Out. But for me, it's not that he did bad in this film. He was good in this film, but just the character he played just was not a strong character. I don't know. That's me personally. I think the story was just kind of dumb at points. Like, it's not that like the story ideas were bad. It's just the execution of it was just dumb. I don't know if that makes sense. Especially the leader's plans. We don't really know how it works either. Because apparently he's able to mind control people with a song and everything, but they never explain how, really. Because it's like, oh, well, they listen to a song and then they're mind controlled. But it's like, yeah, but how? Like, I understand, because in the beginning, they have Isaiah Bradley and a couple others look at their phones and they have flashing lights. It's kind of like Incredibles 2. I forgot the name of that character, but the villain in that film, it's exactly like that. But for others, it's like, oh, well, they listen to a specific song, they get brainwashed. And it's like, yeah, but how? I want to know. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Like, they don't say, oh, well, I implanted a drug in them or something like that. No, like, it's just like, oh, well, they just get mind control through it. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. But overall, I think that this is definitely one of the more weaker. But no, I don't think it's the worst MCU film. Some people say it's the worst MCU film, and I'm like, hell no. I think Eternals is worse. I think Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor: The Dark World, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania are all worse. You know, it's not even the worst MCU project by far. You got Secret Invasion too, and it's like, oh man, I honestly, I like this better than the Marvels, to be honest. And I didn't even hate the Marvels. I thought the Marvels was also just fine. But I think this is more entertaining for me than the Marvels was. But overall, I think this movie is just a 6 out of 10 for me. 3.5 stars maybe. But I don't know. It didn't work that well for me, as I see. It's making me stutter on my words, because like, it's just a very decisive movie for me. Like, I enjoyed the action. I just thought some of the story beats were just very stupid. I don't know. I wish I could have enjoyed it more, but, you know, it was fun. I just hope that Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four First Steps, they need a lot of momentum heading into Avengers Doomsday. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope those movies are great, because they really need great before Avengers Doomsday. They need me to get more hyped for Avengers Doomsday. I'm pretty hyped for it, but like, I feel like it's not as good as the hype for Avengers Endgame. And it's not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna be, because this phases 4 through 6 have been mediocre. They've been absolutely mediocre. So there's been a couple of exceptions though, but like, it's been a mediocre phase. So, you know, overall, I just hope that they can get their shit together, and I hope that, you know, these next 2 films kick out of the park. I mean, they're kicking ass with the TV shows right now. Daredevil Born Again has a phenomenal start. I've been loving that show a lot, and I probably might do a review of it at some point. But, you know, we'll see with the rest of the projects like Ironheart, Marvel Zombies. I heard the Spider-Man show was good. That's more multiverse, but I gotta check it out. I haven't actually seen it yet. So, yeah, definitely a weaker addition to the MCU, but it's just fun. I recommend it if you just want to see some Hulk action, because it is actually pretty good here. So, yeah, this has been JP Bonilla. Signing off, and have a great rest of your day. This has been Real Rap Reviews.